Hi viewers, this is Hina Atif with a very interesting content today, that is how the words we choose during our conversations with each other shape our lives, repetition advantages and disadvantages in perceptual identification tasks. Words have an extraordinary power in our life, and they play a very great role in crystallizing the perception of our personalities, shaping them, developing our minds, even thoughts, changing our thoughts, beliefs, driving out our behaviors, and ultimately creating the world around us that can be either full of positive or negative vibes dancing around us. Their power arises from our emotional responses when we read, speak, or hear them. If you just say the word fire while barbecuing at a restaurant or in a workplace or in a crowded theater anywhere, so the word fire means and possesses different meanings at three different places. Only one word has three different dimensional meaning. So, the repetition of words is called semantic satiation according to English literature. Semantic satiation, my dear, is a psychological phenomena in which repetition of words causes a word or a phrase to temporarily lose its meaning for the listener, because he or she is perceiving your speech as repeated and meaningless. Sounds of strong words, such as words with intense connotations or profanity, can even fall victim to semantic satiation and lose their intensity. Repetition of words is a favored tool, contrarily, among orators, because it can help us to emphasize on a point or make your speech easier to the ones who are listening. Remember, words matter a lot when you're speaking to anyone. If words can hurt us, they can also heal us. Something repeated over and over again can create a boredom. Just spend a few minutes with a chronic complainer who's never satisfied whatever you or anyone else do, who uses all sorts of negative terms and abusive words while conversing with others. You'll feel you'll bottom out completely and your heart and soul deeply injured. Remember, a broken bone can be healed after some time, but the wound the words have on your heart and soul can never be festered again. Don't mix your words with your mood. You can change your mood, but you can't take your words back. Words are the seeds that do more than blowing around. They land in our hearts, not on the ground. Be careful what you plant and be careful what you say. You might have to eat what you planted one day. So choose your words wisely while you're speaking. How many times a day we throw our words away? We say things like, I just hate my hair. How can I be so stupid? I'm such a klutz. We never think that those words might bring a negative energy into our vibration and affect us mentally and also on physical level. But they do. Repeating words, a concept or a skill, allows your child to form an understanding skill inside him or herself. So, repeating words also has a positive plus a negative outcome. If we go into it deeply and ponder on it. So semantic citation is a psychological phenomenon, as I already told you, in which we repeat the words again and again, and the listener, when perceives the speech as repeated, so whatever we are saying becomes meaningless for him or her. Repeat sets off an echo in the reader's mind or the listener's mind. Like if I say, didn't he just say that? Didn't he just say that? Didn't he just say that? So it can be irritating for the listener to listen it again and again, and it can be even worse. It might seem counterintuitive to repeat, but when wielded correctly, the repetition of words and phrase has a strong impact not only in literature but also on our lives. Now, repetition of words can be very subtle and obvious, and the speaker can be very creative about those words repeating again and again, signifying. For example, consider the extract from Samuel Taylor's Coleridge's these lines, the rhyme of Ancient Mariner. Alone, 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 all alone, alone on a wide, wide sea. The word alone here emphasizes the loneliness of the poet and the anxiety which he's going through. Quite simple. Repetition of words is a common rhetorical use to add emphasis, and so there has been a great deal of research in recent years as to whether the universe we live in actually a holographic experience, and it seems that this is very close to the truth. Are extremely powerful tools that we can use to uplift our personal energy and improve through our lives. Though we often are not conscious enough of the word we speak, read, and expose ourselves to. Yes, even the words of others can easily affect our personal vibration. Emoto, an American scientist, tested the power of spoken words. He placed 2 cups of cooked rice in 2 separate mason jars and fixed the lids. One labeling "Thank you" and the other labeling "You fool." The jars were left in an elementary school classroom, and the students were instructed to speak the words on the labels to the corresponding jars twice a day, every day. So what happened after 30 days? The jar that was constantly insulted and shriveled turned into a black gelatinous mass, and the jar that was thanked turned into a white and fluffy. This dramatic example of the power of words is also detailed in Emoto's books. So Emoto finally proves the words of the power by this interesting experiment of his. Some of us are in a habit of using the negative words over and over again in our daily lives. The problem is that the more we hear, read, or speak a negative word or phrase, the more power it has on us and our lives. The same goes for the pictures, which are just thoughts and ideas concentrated into an image. Repetition of anything increases our mental validation of anything that we are watching, saying, or hearing, which is why it works so well in a political propaganda. Now, how can you make your words work positively in your life? To consciously harness the power of words your benefit, start the ones you're using. Stop. No name calling or self-criticism. Everyone is doing the best they can at the moment in time with the consciousness they have to work with, including you. So try to be kind and have empathy, and offer yourself the same empathy and compassion you'd extend to others also. Stop all self-depreciation, please. Never make your body or something you've accomplished or anything else in your life the butt of a joke. Words have power. Energy, don't have a sense of humor. Resist yourself gossiping and speaking ill of others. Well, that's a very bad habit we all have adapted in our lives, and that is the basic cause that we cannot have that place in our hearts for others, and others can't have that place, that loving place in their hearts for us. Our old relationships have been totally ruined because of this backbiting and ill speaking about others. If you keep repeating something, remember, it loses its meaning, worth, and value. I learned from my mistake made in my marital life personally, like I want to go to my home, I want to go to my home, I want to go to my home. What happened? Nothing. The words just were lost, and their worth also. See, I lost myself. I just said to my husband, what were you doing? What were you doing? What were you doing the whole day? He didn't reply even. So, see what happened? I get inspired by a young poet. I'm an injured, broken, yet dangerous, handy woman now. I know how to play with the words and the irony of the words, convincing my husband through my deeds, actions, and words, saying again, I love you, I love you, I love you. What happened? Actually, everything lost its worth. So remember, repetition of words again and again in front of anyone, you lose yourself, your worth, and the worth of. I have a poem here that, first of all, try to be a good listener besides being a good speaker too. No matter whatever circumstance and whatever hard situation you're going through, we all are going through, try to be polite when speaking to others. You know that it's very difficult to hide your emotions. So the individuals who hide their emotions in themselves are the best, and yet the dangerous one too, because you never know what they are going through, and you never know what they are into. So be careful. They are probably more than others. Soon after my relationship stuttered, I learned that fate is a cruel and efficient tutor. There's no escape in stutter. You can feel the meaning of every word drag itself up to your throats. Separation. Stutter is actually a cage made of mirror. So try to save your relationships by adopting good words and just see the magic the words play in your life. So viewers, I end up a conversation with you here. Hope you all will comment and will give me some good suggestions, moreover, to solve out or sort out your problems, anything you're going through. Have a good day. Be careful and cautious about your words. You're listening, you're speaking to anyone. Take care. Goodbye.